Gemini, welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Gemini, I'm going to be doing your reading from November 10th to the 16th. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge, all the cards, and get some final advice for you. Now, dear Gemini, welcome to the Mercury retrograde, right? Which is officially starting on November 9th. And it is your ruling planet, so I'm sending you a lot of strength, dear Gemini. Hugs, a lot of love. I got your back, don't you worry. I know that this is the last retrograde for this year, so let's push through this and let's see what's coming up. If you've been feeling a little bit pressured or kind of foggy, or things have been a little bit crazy, it's just because your ruling planet Mercury is going into retrograde, and that can bring up some stuff, but it's just giving us the opportunity to work through those things and move forward. We don't want to claim, oh, things are going to go bad. We want to claim that everything is going to work out for both of us, okay? For all of us. I'm in your head, I'm on your mind. I'm a Gemini. I put the gem in Gemini. I woke up feeling extra fly. So, Gemini, your challenge is the King of Swords, which is a minor arcana for Gemini. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hanged Man, okay, which is for Pisces. You don't have to be dealing with the Pisces, but it just keeps coming up. So Gemini, your challenge with the King of Swords energy, especially this is your card, you're showing up as someone that you want to gain clarity about some kind of a situation. There's a lot going on, right? Someone was asking me the other day in the live chat, what's going on? I said, what's not going on? What the hell is not going on, right? So many of you Gemini, because you're a great communicator, you have a very powerful mind. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, it's all about this powerful energy that you have, and you can harness it for your good. It looks like you're wanting to gain clarity. You've been wanting to gain clarity about this situation. Someone here made you wait. Someone here is keeping you constantly in this loop of wait. I don't know if you're anticipating for a brand new beginning here with someone very specific, but you seem to be kind of put on a hold, and that's just not how it goes, okay? You don't put a Gemini on a hold. We're going to talk about this shortly, see why this is your challenge and what kind of clarity are you trying to gain. In the recent past, you have the Judgment, Two of Wands, King of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with the Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, fire sign, or Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, in the recent past, I do feel like here that there was a distance between you and this person that created physical distance, emotional distance. I do get this sense of here someone kind of pulling back emotionally from you. And there was a realization that you had about this person. We're going to talk about this when we clarify. In the present moment, you have the King of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so the truth of a matter in the present moment here is you are stressed out. You seem to be kind of overthinking about this situation, analyzing, and you would want to have family with this person, but something here seems to be bothering you big time deep down, okay? You could be really asking yourself, if this person is taking so long, do they really love me or not? Should I wait for this person? Should I not? Maybe you and this person in the past had certain plans or goals when it came to marriage. We're going to clarify this shortly. In the near future, you have the Seven of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. In the near future, things are going to get a little bit interesting because there is an opportunity here to work something with this person. But I feel like that for a lot of you, there is a lot of confusion that needs to be cleared out. Ten of Swords here is talking about you finally closing up some sort of a cycle. You seem to be worried, right? So going from the Nine of Swords to Ten of Swords, you constantly keep worrying if this person is going to betray you or not, or if this person is going to abandon you or not, okay? And I think that's one of your biggest fears, Gemini, because you are someone that you are very devoted. You're also very social. I think that what you really want is if you were to go away, this is what I'm seeing. I could be wrong, but that's what I just know of. If you were to travel and do other things or be on your own and socialize and do this, you kind of worry if this person is going to be loyal to me or not. Are they going to be committed to me or not? If that's your case, Now, there is an opportunity here to work something out in the middle of this confusion. I do see it being very complicated though, because there is a lot of things that need to be dealt with. And I'm going to get into this and clarify. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is both, talking about the person you could be dealing with, like I said, someone kind of putting you on a hold, having you hanging in there, but also allowing you to see this situation from a different perspective, how both of you can move forward and work this out, right? So let's get into your reading, dear Gemush, and let's clarify everything for you and see what is it that you need to know during this Mercury retrograde. Congratulations and good job. You already thrived and survived 2 of the Mercury retrogrades this year. So Gemini, your challenge, which is the King of Swords, is clarified by the 4 of Swords, the Hermit, and the Tower. A lot of you are healing, okay? Many of you have been doing this inner work ever since that breakup, ever since that situation ended between you and this person with the Tower, right? You're still recovering. You're still in this recovery mode. I think there are some days, Gemini, when you may feel like everything is going great, you are feeling amazing, life is great. And then there are some days where you are like, you know what, I think I still need to do some inner work within me. And that's just because you're an aware person. That's just because you are, one of the most powerful communicators, as a Gemini. And there is some conflicts within you that you are trying to overcome. Okay, some internal conflicts with the 5 of Swords. Something is bothering you. I think it's maybe because of the way that things ended between you and this person. The Tower moment has been coming up almost in every sign's reading, honestly, and we are in Scorpio season. And the Tower is the card of Scorpio. So for many of you, you're doing a lot of inner healing, right? The Hermit is shedding light onto the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is this card of like disconnecting and turning the volume down of the noise and healing. For many of you, I think the clarity that you're trying to gain, possibly for some of you, it could be the following. If I'm healing, if I'm doing the work, ever since the situation ended very badly, and I'm trying to recover, is it worth it? Is it worth putting all of the efforts and energy into trying to work something out or not? Because this seems to be a very complicated case, and you always seem to be involved in some complicated situations, Gemini. You have a very complex mind also. So I think that for many of you really are trying to get like this clarity. If I'm doing the work within me, if I'm working on myself and healing, is it really worth going back to this person or not? So let's talk about the judgment for you in the recent past, Gemini. And by the way, I love clarifying with this deck. It's just the original tarot one, I was using the other card. I was using the other deck for like the fire signs and the earth signs. But for the water signs and the air signs, I'm bringing this deck back because I just feel more connected to this. So the judgment in the recent past, someone here had a major realization, clarified by the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. I feel like when you met this person, Gemini, there was an instant connection between you and this person. There was a love offer. There was a brand new beginning. For many of you, you believed that this was your soulmate and you wanted to form family. A lot of you also felt that, first of all, you brought a lot of value to this person's life with the Knight of Pentacles. You made this person feel very much valued, appreciated, seen. I think that's a very powerful gift of Geminis. I've had a few experiences with Geminis in the past, so I know. So for many of you, I do feel like a lot of you felt like that there was a potential with this person to actually build family and a solid foundation. Let's talk about the 2 of Wands for you in the recent past, dear Gemini. There could have been a long distance situation between you and this person. Someone here could have been from a different cultural background. The 2 of Wands is clarified by the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. I do see this person being in and out of your life constantly. Like I said again, could have been, if you want to take it that way, maybe a soulmate, twin flame connection, whatever category you feel like that fits best to your situation. I do see here, Gemini, you and this person having a very strong bond, okay? Very strong connection between you and them. If cultural or language barriers or whatever, well, like difficulties, it still didn't stop you and this person developing a strong relationship. However, I do see here being on and off, reconciling, walking away, reconciling, getting back together. I'm also getting here the person you were dealing with, there was a lot of issues in terms of commitment, a lot of committal issues. Maybe someone here was non-committal or was excuse me, or was working on it. Very interesting. I'm proud of you, Gemini, for healing your throat chakra, because I feel like I'm not having those throat problems in your readings. You are the only sign that when I get into your readings, I either scratch my throat or like I just have to cough, or you like literally. There is something about you, Gemini, that you have a very powerful voice and you're finally healing your throat chakra. You do a lot of thinking. I'm going to get into your reading in a second. Hold on. You do a lot of thinking, but you don't do a lot of expression. And so I'm not saying everything that you think, but it's just like you're healing. I think you have been pulled into my channel, into my vortex and energy, so that I can bring it into your awareness. You know what I mean? So in the recent past with the King of Pentacles, I do see here you creating stability for yourself, deciding to be on your own, despite the fact that there was a lot of challenges. Some of you maybe were just the only provider for your family, or you were doing a lot, maybe you had multiple jobs, or maybe you did something to take care of your family. I do see here in the past you going through a lot of trials and tribulations. I think 2024, 2025, and for some of you 2023 was one of the most challenging times of your life in terms of dealing with people, losing friendships, gaining friends, losing like just people in your life, just a lot of struggles. I think this relationship was like a major part of it, but also on the other hand, you had to deal with a lot of people and a lot of circumstances in the past, which was very challenging. A lot of you maybe were just focused on buying a home, you know, investing into a property here with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so things ended between you and this person constantly on and off, and I think it went off and it never went on back again. Now, in the present moment, Gemini, you have the King of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So, Ten of Cups. A lot of you in the present moment are really worried if this person ever gonna really, or you should, if they're ever gonna make an offer to you, or you should even consider getting back with them, okay? So, the King of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Very clear explanation here. King of Swords here is Gemini. It's your energy. You have the King of Cups, right? So again, I do see here two different elements. Air element, water element. A lot of emotions, a lot of thinking going on in here. I do strongly feel like here that there is an unfinished business and a conflict between you and this person, as we can see with the Five of Swords, dear Gemini, and the Ace of Swords. You want to clear things up. You want to clear the air. You want to know the truth. There is something about this person and this situation that you have been wanting to know the truth for such a long time, or just in general, your goal here has been to gain clarity if this person is going to be in your life forever, if you guys are going to end up being together or not. So let's talk about the Nine of Swords, dear Gemini, and see what is it that you need to know. You seem to be kind of really undergoing through a lot of stress and overwhelmed by emotions and feelings. So maybe regulating your nervous system and doing a lot of breath work would help you a lot. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Judgment, and the Page of Pentacles. For many of you, you could be also coming to a realization with the Judgment. Is it really worth sacrificing my own happiness and my own stability here to be with this person or not? That's one of the main questions you are asking. You do love this person. You don't mind having a brand new beginning with them if there was a chance. But there is something about you kind of feeling as if you're going to be risking your own happiness. Self-fulfilling prophecy, your individual joy, your individuality, your happiness here. So that's one of the things that I see here, dear Gemini. You wanted to be very careful, and that in of itself can be very stressful, because there is this side of you that says, I want to be with this person, I love them. And then there is this side of you that says, you know what, I'm not sure. I feel stressed out because I have a fear we talked about earlier. What if it doesn't work out again? So let's talk about the 10 of Cups for you in the present moment. Definitely a strong sense of like focus on, I want to create family. A lot of you want to get married, settle down, have kids, maybe even adopt children. So the 10 of Cups in the present moment, Gemini, is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords, and the Fool. You want to completely heal this chapter. A lot of you are wanting to move forward. Very clear message right here. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about a brand new beginning here, a brand new chapter that you're wanting to, that's going to be actually opening up for you, and you're finally going to close off. Now, I want to mention something that I'm seeing here with this juxtaposition. Because you are very smart, I'm going to give it to you. Do you see the Fool entering into the Three of Swords? It's the message that I just keep getting this message. You feel like if you were to form family with this person and settle and trust, you feel like you're going to walk into a heartbreak. Even if this chapter opens up again, even if there is another opportunity, you keep worrying about that, Gemini, right? Am I wrong? Because whatever happened in the past, the constant in and out of your life, hot and cold, inconsistency, it really made you feel like you're just wasting your time. And I don't sugarcoat nothing, and I do not like sign bash. We don't do that on my channel. I feel like that a lot of you in the present moment, like there is going to be a turning point. I think there is maybe already happening a turning point, and it's going to be for your good. It's going to be for your highest good, and I think just because of the previous experiences, you have a fear of what if I walk into this. Now, for a lot of you, I think you could be changing your beliefs and your mindset and your self-concept and be like, you know what? I'm going to turn this pain into power, and I'm going to work it out, and we're going to work it out. But it comes with paying the price of the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups here is about decisions, choices, options. Sometimes it also comes across as being a little bit confused and having a lot of questions on your mind. So let's talk about the Seven of Cups for you in the near future. Okay, Seven of Cups, the Queen of Cups flipped over. So heavy water energy here, doesn't have to be, but so the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Moon, Queen of Cups again, and the Ace of Pentacles. It literally came right back around. Some of you are dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So I feel like that for a lot of you in the near future, it's going to be quite challenging to open up yourself emotionally to this person. And we are going to be having the full moon in Taurus on November 5th, if you're watching this after. And the full moon is literally an amplifier of our feelings, of our emotions, and you can harness that power to manifest what you want. But I feel like that you have been feeling deep. You've been in your feelings like a lot recently, a lot. Okay, so there is a lot of anxiety having a brand new beginning with this person. And that's why it's very complicated. Because of the inner work you have done, the healing you have done, you have a fear of having like another tower moment. That's one of your biggest fears. What if there is another tower moment and I don't want that? Okay, so let's talk about this potential cooperation and collaboration together with the Three of Pentacles, Gemini. So the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the World. Like I said, you can't really see yet clearly, okay, is it really worth it to invest my time? The World is a cycle that is going to be closing up. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the queen. I mean, I know there is a lot of male gems watching also. Now, I don't do genders here. It's energy. So the Queen of Pentacles, right? This is your energy in the near future. Confident, gaining stability. It's all about investment. And if you have the Eight of Swords in front of you, and you're dealing with someone who is not confident enough or sure enough about their decisions towards you, what they want to do with you, how they want to move forward with you, it's becoming very challenging. So for many of you, you could say, you know what, I'm just done with this chapter and I'm just going to take a break. Because if you are dealing with someone that's constantly on and off and hot and cold, what you are doing is you're kind of feeling like you're wasting your time and your energy. If this person becomes really confident in their actions towards you, and they come towards you with this sense of responsibility and ownership, and they show they want to work things out with you, then that's a different story. But in the near future, it becomes very complicated. And I know that some people may say, no, please tell us this person is coming back. Are we going to be together? I'm not here to tell people what, and you already know this, Gemini. I'm just saying, like, I'm here to tell you what you really need to hear for you to be in a successful relationship. Okay, so the 10 of Swords here, and energy shift and tarot is multi-dimensional. So the 10 of Swords, Gemini, you could be at a point of like, you know what, I don't want to take this anymore. Like, I'm just giving up on this situation until there is any tangible changes. I'm going to focus on myself. Okay, so let's see. The 10 of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Death. Okay, so a lot of you, I think you're going to move on a completely different direction, right? When you look at the Knight of Swords here, by the way, the Knight of Swords is always headed towards the past. I think there is still some things that you're wanting to address and some things that you need to heal completely from. Everyone needs to heal, not just you. But I think you are going to be doing the right thing by heading back, kind of trying to really look into the pattern very intentionally. Okay, this is a very intentional energy, the Knight of Swords. That's you. That's a Gemini energy. Going into the past, connecting the dots, and being very intentional. Did this person make me fully happy? What were the patterns? What do I need to work on? What do I need to heal within myself? Meanwhile, I do see here, by you doing that and disconnecting and just taking hiatus and a break from this what's the word for that? Like, there's just not enough clarity, uncertainty. By what you're doing, that is, you're also kind of setting an example here for someone. They need to change and they need to transform within themselves. Let's see, what is the advice for you, Gemini? What do you need to know? What is the advice for Geminis? What do you need to know? So Gemini, you have the Hangman, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot, okay? Now, here is the thing. You have been on a hiatus, on a hold for a long, long time, okay? Hangman energy. But now you're freeing yourself by saying, you know what, I'm going to move forward with the Chariot energy and I'm going to give myself the opportunity. I don't have to wait for this person for years and for months and my entire life to feel like as if I can move forward or I should move forward. What should I do? This is a complicated case, that's the truth, but I think because you have done all the healing within yourself and the clarity that you are gaining is already giving you that gas, it's giving you the fuel, it's giving you the green light. Go for it, Gemini. Go after your dreams, do the things you want to do, apply for the job, travel. Don't wait for anyone to come and make you happy. When you move like that and you embody that energy, there is a shift in the energetic realm, and what you are gonna emit, what you're gonna really tell the world and your person energetically, people around you, you're not waiting for anyone to make you happy. You're exploring new territories. You are not bound to complicated situations. You're a Gemini. You're meant to go places. You're meant to travel. Okay, so I do see here the advice here for you is to really move forward and don't let anything or anyone to hold you back. Gemini, this is what I had for you. I hope that this reading helped. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.